Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Good Monday night, everyone. Maybe. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Who knows? But it's Monday for me, and that's the most important Monday. So, it's been a very tiring day for me, so if I fall asleep midway, don't blame me. But hopefully that won't happen. So, I guess let's just get straight into it. At first, Lost Orbit. And we're going to be joined by Alex and Chris for that. It's going to be fantastic. That game is actually not out yet, so it's going to be a sneak preview for everyone. It's going to be awesome. Next, we have Leisure Suit Larry Reloaded with developer Ben Jones. He's going to be joining us for that. It's going to be pretty cool. I haven't played a Leisure Suit Larry for... I can't even remember. I think the last one I played was that 3D one, and that was weird. So I hope this is just as weird, honestly. Third, we have Kill the Bad Guy, which, well, I guess we'll have to kill a few bad guys in that game. I mean, the game looks fantastic. We won't have any developers on, unfortunately, but we will have lots of bad guys to kill with pianos, I guess. And last but not least, we have The Sun at Night. Best way to sum this game up is dogs in space. Yeah. Strap a laser to a dog, put it in a rocket, send it to the moon, and you've basically got The Sun at Night. There's a lot more to it than that, obviously, but... and we might even have the developer John joining us for that, if he's feeling up to it. It might be pretty late for him, so... We're still trying to organize that, but he'll get back to me, so we will see. Alright, so we might as well get into it. I'm going to call in Alex and Chris now. So hold on to your butts, fellas. We'll get you started, huh?
Hello.
Hello. Just waiting on Alex now. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, that's good. Fantastic. So how you doing, Chris? Oh, Alex has joined us now. Hey, boys, how you doing?
Doing pretty well. Wow, it's tripping me out. I'm watching you on Twitch.
Yeah.
Mouth's moving, but words aren't coming out.
Yeah, I think the delay is like about 15 to 30 odd seconds or something like that. So,
okay.
Yeah, it'd be best if you mute the stream, but if you watch it so that you can see what I'm doing wrong, because no doubt I'll do something wrong.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just focusing on your hair. Try not to look at your mouth.
Oh, cool, yeah. Alright, so let me just put myself in a corner real quick. And let's get this party started. So, first things first, I gotta talk about this death toll here. Now, I might have to get out of the way real quick, just so everyone can see. But look at this giant number right here. That is just... unbelievable. So, am I expected to die in this game?
Yeah, more than once, hopefully.
Oh, well, we'll see. We shall see.
Yeah, we were going to, I don't remember what show it was, and we decided to put it in kind of last minute just to see what the death toll was over the course of the weekend. And we liked it so much we decided to keep it.
I see. Well,
worked out pretty well.
All right. So before we get started, why don't you guys introduce yourselves and what you guys do on the team, and what Lost Orbit is before I start killing myself repeatedly, apparently.
All right, Alex, you go first.
Okay. I'm Alex. I'm one of the Pixelnauts. We don't really have titles or anything like that. Me and Chris started the company a few years ago, and we just kind of work on whatever needs doing. So I kind of do that, and I'll let Chris introduce himself and the game.
Yeah, so my name's Chris. Like Alex and I started the company a few years back. And yeah, as far as background goes, we're background artists by trade, but when we started this company, we kind of didn't have a lot of people on the team and had to do, whatever was necessary to get the game going. So we do a little bit of everything, to be honest. Like I said, our background is art, but we do everything from art to animation, story, audio, scripting, design, implementation. What was that? Beekeeping? A little bit of beekeeping.
No, I wish. No, bookkeeping.
Oh yeah, bookkeeping too. Yeah, the fun parts of making a game.
Beaky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beekeeping's for the future. That's what we're working towards.
I see. So,
Okay.
yeah, just to give you guys an idea here, when it came to giving myself a title for what I do at Dazura, I was like, okay, let me think about this a little bit. So we came up with like really stupid titles for ourselves, and
Right.
just so that we could put it on a business card. So mine is, was it Overlord?
Oh, nice.
The boss's one is N boss. We had an application designer. His was turret builder, and I think that was it. Yeah, I think that was the three of us when we came up with the names for our title. So maybe you guys should come up with something like that. Maybe like Death Toll designer or something like that.
Yeah, I
That's
mean, we
pretty-
try to give people a general idea of what we do, but I think the hard thing is like when you have a small company, you do so many different things,
Mhm.
and when you put that on a business card, or you try and tell somebody that, they really think you're full of shit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And until you work on a small team like that, like you don't realize how many different things you kind of have to do and learn to do if nobody else knows how to do it, right? So
Aye. So let's get into the game now. What do you recommend playing with, a controller or keyboard and mouse?
definitely with a controller.
Oh yeah. All right. Well,
Yeah,
let's
you can play with a keyboard and mouse, but you'll die a lot more. And yeah, we
Isn't
will
that
be
what
fine.
we all want to see? Don't you want to see us me die a lot?
Oh, don't worry, there will be blood.
I see.
Yeah, we want to see you make it too. We don't want to just see you get stuck on stuff.
I want you to have a little bit of hope. So
Yeah.
He was as good as dead when I came across him.
But no, the game was
Second.
designed
What he
with the
told
controller
me,
in mind.
he
That's
was
kind
half
of
dead
our
before any of this
ideal
even started.
platform for it.
Oh, I can move.
I hadn't
I didn't
seen
realize.
a sign of life in Jans. You
This
don't
voice
come
acting's
across
nice,
like
though.
that often when you're stuck wandering the
Oh, thank
galaxy
you.
and taking notes.
But I'm running into a lot of asteroids.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
gonna
so-
happen.
There's a fine line between brave and stupid, and he wasn't anywhere near it. Out in deep space in a tin can with the thick musk of recycled air, he was a worker bee who didn't see the big picture.
Oh, a worker bee. It's coming full circle.
Yeah, this first little section just kind of takes you through the story of
Ah, makes sense.
how you get stranded in space in the first
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
He worked
Oh.
maintenance, traveling to the fringes of known space, patching up
This
communications
fucking game.
relays.
Good job on
They
the
used to
art,
send
guys.
drones out.
Oh, thanks very
Sending
much.
these poor
Right.
folk proved much easier on the wallet.
Well, yeah, once you get through the intro, then we'll explain a little bit more about the story and kind of where the game came from and all that.
All right. I've lost control. Oh no. It's cutscene.
First time of many.
It was that pulse that caught my attention. If not for that, I may have never noticed him.
Yeah.
He didn't have a hope in hell without his ship.
It's a very
The only reason I
Boba
stayed
Fett
was to
sort of
watch him
spaceship,
die.
by the way, guys.
I
Oh.
figured it would be a little
Nice,
more
thank you.
compelling than Roxanne.
I'll take that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Slave One's pretty awesome.
Yeah. If I was in space, there's no way in hell I would get out of my ship like that.
Untethered and everything too.
Yeah. Oh, I see. My suspicions were confirmed here. Like, that would suck.
But the
Finally
question
came
is,
to,
would it have been better if
scavenged
you were on the
himself a
ship?
makeshift set of equipment.
Or
At
maybe
the time,
it wouldn't
wondered
explode
where
if I was
exactly
still
he
driving
thought
it.
he was going to go.
Oh, maybe.
Possibly.
I've never bet on anything, but if there was anyone around, my first would have been that he'd be dead before he made it more than 100 tracks.
I think, okay, two things that scare me more than anything in my entire life. Being underwater with sharks, check.
Yep.
Being in space, just as yourself, like just floating around. That seems pretty rough, I'm not gonna lie.
It's pretty scary, but you're from Australia though, right? Like, you can't be scared of anything over there.
Oh, yeah, wow, okay, this is interesting. Yeah,
You
you
guys must go out in, like full armor or something.
yeah, you grow up with, oh, okay, 8 do Oh, okay, this is interesting. So I'm picking up momentum by swinging on the... Oh, Mr. Crystal. Well, that sucks.
So yeah, you'll move forward automatically, and then A to just go faster if you need to go a little faster.
Pro tip: you always need to go faster.
Got it. Go faster. Whoa. Whoa. So I can like completely avoid... okay. Oh, interesting. So if I hold A before going through touching a planet, I go straight through it. But if I press A while on a planet ring, it would just spin me around in circles for a while.
Yeah.
you'll
So
speed-
sorry. I was gonna say, yeah, if you hold boost while you're flying by a planet, you'll just kind of like bounce off the atmosphere, and you get a bit of a speed boost. But if you
Everything's
enter
gotta
into
die.
orbit by, like, if you're not
This
holding
poor
boost
guy
while you
with
fly
nothing
up
to
to a
live
planet,
for,
you'll automatically
he
enter
wasn't
into
going
orbit.
easy.
And when you hold A, you
guess
speed
he
up
figured he hadn't
and
had a
release it,
chance
and
to
you'll
live
break
yet.
orbit.
Maybe we're more like.
just
than I
don't boost
thought.
right through a planet. Well, I mean, you should do it, but don't usually don't.
This is interesting. I had no expectations coming into this, so this is not what I expected when I saw the giant death symbol on the homepage. You know,
I'm kind of surprised you haven't died at all so far.
Am I supposed to have died?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, really?
No, you're starting level 2. This is where the death will start coming into play.
Usually people take at least one death before they kind of get the hang of orbiting and just flying and such.
That is true, yeah.
Yeah, you're actually taking this quite well.
This isn't my first rodeo, gentlemen. So the little tiny pieces of stuff floating around in space, is that detrimental to me, or is it just the giant rocks?
It's just kind of space debris. It's anything large and of substantial mass will kill you, but small things you can kind of just run into them. And it doesn't.
My screen just went black. Is that supposed to happen?
No, it shouldn't.
Let me just. Alright.
Did it just flash black or?
Yeah, it's just black. Yeah.
No.
We'll go back to the main menu and see if we can just start level 2 again. Alpha, right? Who would have known?
Yeah,
Yup.
there you go. Yeah, that's the first time I heard of that.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's gotta die. But this poor guy with nothing to live for?
Oh
He
yeah, no
wasn't
kidding,
going
eh?
easy.
Wow.
Wow.
And like
I
HUD
guess
state
he
and
figured he
everything.
hadn't had a chance to live yet.
We'll add that
Maybe
to the
we're
bug
more
list.
alike than I thought.
Alright. Finding bugs, that's what I do.
Sweet. Yeah, that's a new one. Wow.
So, okay, the first impression I get from this game is I want to go like really fast.
Yeah.
I just want to go like super fast. Like I just want to hold down the A button. But then I'm just like I start like wiggling the controller and I'm like, maybe not. No, I just missed one. Damn it. So is
It's
there
kind of
any-
like any racing game that way, where you want to fly through it as fast as possible, but sometimes that involves slowing down so you can get a little bit more agility.
is there any incentive for going like as fast as you can in this game? Or?
There is, yeah. Primarily, I mean, if you go slow, you can. I mean, you complete the game at your own pace and all that.
Yeah.
There's a couple reasons to go fast. One is we rank every single level. There's about over 40 levels in the game, and so we rank you on every single one, and that's based on how fast you get through a level, how many times you die, and how many of the collectibles you get. So you want to go fast to get like a gold or platinum kind of record on each one. And then each of the levels will also have a time trial too, so we want to really encourage people to do speed runs and really kind of give her through these levels.
Oh, cool. Is that after you finish it, you can go back and do a time trial? Or?
That's right, yeah. And then you could revisit any level whenever you'd like to get a better rank and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah,
Same.
exactly.
I haven't died yet, so
that's pretty good.
Yeah, you're doing quite well.
Captain rank, yeah.
But it's also just like you said, it's just fun to go really fast as well, and the game plays really well at speed.
Aye.
And story-wise, yeah, you're kind of stranded out in space, and you've got a long way to go. So the faster you go, then the more likely you are to run into someone who's going to help you save your life. So
Thank me for saving his life.
Yeah.
To this gen, I couldn't tell you why I did it.
What's this thing following me? Is he a bad guy? Can I?
Tell me his name is Harrison.
No, that's actually
He's
your
hungry.
companion.
And he wants
So
to go
while you're
home.
out in deep space, you run across an alien space probe,
Yeah.
and he takes pity on you and saves your life and decides that he's gonna go with you on the journey back home and try and keep you alive.
There isn't a thing in this galaxy
By the
that
way,
tastes better with grill marks.
Amazing fucking job on
Ribs,
making space look as
coleslaw,
spacey as
some
possible.
rhubarb crisp.
Thank
Just
you.
this giant like sun, I assume it is. It's just like, or a gas planet or something. Like it's just, it looks absolutely amazing. Holy shit!
Nearly
Oh, thank
two
you.
systems to that next communications
Like there's
relay, he
okay,
said.
there's one thing like people can make
That's the only
space
way
look like
anyone's
whatever,
gonna
right?
know I'm
But
still out here.
space has that sort of, there is a look to space that you kind of expect.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
that
I
was-
think one of the hardest parts about space is that it's really pretty desolate. Like there's a lot of
yeah.
space between everything, right? And trying to make an environment that's actually really visually interesting in space is hard. I mean, you do have to come up with new ways to fill it, right? And
Fill
yeah,
space with things.
be-
Yeah.
yeah.
It's definitely like I always admire indie games that attempt to do that because it's one of those things like Eve does it well because let's face it, it's the only thing that they have in terms of like graphics and whatnot. But this is like incredibly unique to look at, even though from what I can tell, it's still like, oh, almost died there. But I didn't. Yeah, it's like, how can you make space look more interesting than just say Black Void? And I think a lot of the answers that people come up with is those, like the space itself will have like nebulas or whatever that will just be different colors or
Yeah,
something
that's
along those lines, and everyone seems to do that. But like the texture work that goes into a planet or something along those lines seems like it would be the most crucial part of this sort of stuff. And I
And
imagine
that was
that,
a big challenge. We didn't really want to go with the boring, typical space look. We wanted to go a little cartoony and a little, like obviously the game's very colorful and all that, and that was kind of our take on space. That it can be something, pretty, even if it is kind of deadly and desolate at the same time.
Yeah, we wanted to kind of walk that line between, between like having a sense of wonder and also being alone in a very dangerous environment.
Yeah.
Like you look at a game like Limbo, where the environment is simultaneously gorgeous and really dangerous, and I don't know, it's interesting.
Oh, I haven't died yet. I was
pretty
expecting
impressive.
to have difficulty, gentlemen. What's going on?
So, do you think you're gonna make it through the whole demo without dying?
There's a good chance. There's a good chance. But I say that now and then I'll die. You watch.
Oh,
Wow.
most definitely.
So what's the record for people living in this game? What's the minimum amount of deaths you've seen so far?
Minimum amount of- it'd be hard to tell you. I don't know, probably a dozen or so.
Yeah, one of the playtesters we had going through the first world, he made it through the first actual world with about a dozen deaths, which is pretty impressive. But he took his time. He went really slow to make sure he didn't die.
And when you mean world, do you mean like levels? Like,
Yeah, so we have 4 worlds in the game. Right now you're playing a couple selections from the first world, which is kind of like factory-looking mining facility. A couple levels after, you're going to get to play a few selections of some of the different worlds. So we have 4 worlds altogether. Each one kind of differs in gameplay, visuals obviously, and then and kind of the story and themes of it. So the first one you're playing here again is old kind of derelict mining facility. The second one you're going to play is more of a kind of like a space forest. And then you
forest.
some ones, yeah. Like I said, we had some fun trying to make space interesting. So
if you came up with a space forest, that's pretty impressive. Like, I just got squished. Squished.
Oh, did you die?
Yeah. You got me, gentlemen.
Well, there goes the record.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Now,
had
if I can
such
get
high
under
hopes.
12, I think I'll be pretty chuffed with myself. Just saying.
Yeah, I'll be pretty impressed too.
I'm still waiting to see how you died first. This is going to be interesting.
I got hit by
yeah.
a giant rock.
No, that tends to be
that
the way
sounds
people
right.
go.
Oh, I got squished in the same spot as well.
Oh.
Interesting. It's kind of like now this is where the real Dark Souls begins. You know.
It starts getting a little tough. Yeah, I mean the first couple levels you played were like the tutorial-ish kind of levels, and it starts getting tough. Well, you'll see.
You start to get those oh shit moments where you really do have to rely on your speed boost to get you out of areas.
That was close.
You also have a brake button on left trigger if you're ever
Oh.
going too fast into an area. You
Well, that would
kinda
have been
slow-
nice to know.
You don't want to be too early on.
The nice thing is you can jump in and play the game really with only one button and left and right. And it's, through experience and the environment and learning and gaining new skills and abilities that it becomes more complicated.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah. So I don't know if we explained before, but we do have a very light kind of RPG system in the game. So you start off with not too much to your character. You get to boost and kind of fly around. And as you collect those little obtainium crystals, they kind of count as your currency as well as rankings.
Okay.
And as you get enough of them, you can unlock some new skills and moves and abilities for the game as well.
Right. When does that kick in?
We'll show you those in a little bit. We'll let you just kind of play around with the regular stuff at first.
So I gotta get the space shop first, do I? Space shop. Woohoo! Miss.
Yeah, you're doing really good.
They trick you like, oh, here's a piece of crystal, and then they throw a giant rock at your face.
Yep.
That's how they get you.
Game design.
Yeah.
That's interesting. There's crystals on either side of these rocks now.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
you can't get all of them. Can you go back? I don't think you can.
You can actually. So each level are the main goal for your. If you want to be a completionist, you can get every single crystal in a level without dying and within a certain time too. So.
Oh my god, what is happening? Rock Conga line.
I didn't think you had so far on the surface.
Alright. Alright, game. You have my attention.
So yeah, I guess you may not have noticed earlier, but you actually have the ability to screen wrap in this game.
Yeah,
So you
I
can-
kind of worked that out, but it's just
Okay.
It's kind of like, can I get my head around it? Probably not.
Yeah, sometimes it's super useful, and sometimes it's just more of a headache.
Oh, that's how you're supposed to get the crystals on the. Okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. So it just gives you another opportunity.
Makes
like,
complete sense
way it-
now. Yeah.
So yeah, the levels you're playing here, it's kind of a selection. So we started you off fairly easy, and then we kind of jumped you into a bit of a harder level, a few harder levels from World 1. So we were planning on kind of, setting up tutorials and then kind of easing people into the screen wrapping and some of the other moves. So hopefully they'll have their heads around it by the time they get to some of the more challenging sections that you're playing now.
If anything, I tend to find that, well, personally for me, I tend to find that that if I get to a point in a game where I can't work out how to get, is that gonna kill me? No. Okay, cool. Is that gonna kill me? Whoa, hang on. What's going on here? Okay. If I can't get through like a particular section of a game, and it's because I'm not getting a mechanic or something like that, I tend to find that that's the best way of teaching someone. I mean, like,
Yeah, you kind of hold their hand, but at the same time put them in a situation where they need to use it to learn it.
or not even like that. Like, I would prefer it if a game was to say to me, okay, here's the puzzle, do whatever you need to do,
Yeah,
and then it
figure
just
it
like,
out.
yeah. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, we kind of try throwing people in situations like that. We don't have any like straight up tutorials in the game right now where, you know, you pause and there's text on the screen kind of thing. We let people just kind of figure it out.
Yeah. Trying to avoid these purple giant things now.
Oh no, don't do that.
That would be a mistake. You got to go for it.
Yeah, you gotta hit those.
I don't think I do, gentlemen.
If you want to go
For that 10
fast.
seconds or life or less, you're actually free.
Is it like? Oh my god. Oh shit! That rat right there. Let's see. Interesting. See, that's the type of stuff that you need to learn. Like you're put into a situation where you can't do anything.
Yeah, eventually it just becomes second nature. You kind of just understand where you're going to come out of, and things work out. But in the beginning, you got to kind of think about it.
Yeah, I've never really been a big fan of stuff that takes away control from myself.
Yeah.
So that's probably why I'm like just outright avoiding those purple things. Because in a game where that requires you to not die. Oh, by the way, this music's real good.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I might have to steal the soundtrack after this.
Yeah, we get a lot of compliments on the music. We had our friend Giancarlo write up a whole soundtrack for us.
Very nice. Well, send the chef my compliments, I guess.
Oh, we'll do.
So what other abilities does this alien probe give me?
So right now...
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Chris.
I was going to say he's the one that actually gives you ability to use your Obtainium to create your upgrades. But there's a myriad of things that you can get. If you're like really defensive, there's a shield power up that you can get, so you can take a couple hits. We have, like I said, like Alex said, there's a break. A bunch of these you actually have right now. There's barrel rolls. There's a mega boost that you can get.
Hang on. What's going on here? I just pressed the button and now I'm exploding.
Hey, you found a suicide button.
No, it's not suiciding me though. I'm just like, whoosh.
Yep.
Oh yeah, if you so if you're holding boost on A, if you press and hold the right trigger, that engages your mega boost tank, and you can really start moving.
Oh, I see. Yeah, there is a fuel there.
I don't
Yeah,
usually.
the right trigger in A, you'll go.
But yeah, that's your like. You have a limited amount of fuel for that, so it's kind of like for speed runs, but also for like emergencies or if you just want to have some fun too.
Emergencies.
Yeah, those shit moments Chris was talking about. Those are good.
Oh, barrel roll left and right. Oh my god. This is Andy shit! Just kill myself. Wow, hang on. Hang on. I gotta see that again. My skeleton just came out of my suit.
It happens in space.
It does. Happens to the best of us, man.
Space eject.
That's right.
Yeah, that's so strange. I just watched it again. These asteroid conga lines are interesting.
Yeah, the
I like
merging
that term.
traffic ones.
Be free,
Actually, I
skeleton.
think my friend said it best. He said,
Yep.
"Screw you and your Frogger bullshit, bro."
That's actually, yes, good point. It is pretty much Frogger. Way to be original in your game design, guys. Just saying.
Gotta learn from the classics, you know?
Yeah. Get out of my way, Rock!
Dead.
See, as soon as we mentioned Frogger, we went up to 10 viewers. It's working.
Nah, Twitch is
Hey.
being real dumb today. Like, we've got a lot of people in here. Like, it's just the viewer count's not working. So my graph
really?
is like going off the hizzy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So Twitch is just being real stupid. Sorry,
Yeah,
Twitch. I love you, but you're bringing me down, man.
Yeah, chat's down or something too, eh?
I don't know. I don't think it's down. I just think people aren't chatting. But chat, holla if you're alive.
You guys got any questions for us or anything else? Just let us know, or we're on there.
So, how many rock variations do you have in the game?
Surprisingly, not a lot, I guess. There's what, like 7 of them, Chris?
Yeah, something like that. We just, like, just orienting them differently, or the size of them, or just whatever crap they're covered with. It really varies them up quite a bit. So I think we made an initial set, and we're like, yeah, if we need to make more for variation, we'll worry about that when it comes, and never really came. So.
Yeah. And each level, like Chris said, kind of has like a different take on them. So they're the same asteroid, but then they'll just have more things on them, whether it's bubbles or plants.
I'm never taking a purple thing again. That was.
What are you talking about?
You want to go fast, man? You guys just let go and just give her.
I tell you what, if I was in space, I'd be going slow. Just saying. Oh, this angled rock thing is pretty neato. So, is this a space forest, or is this are we not?
Yeah, this is kind of the space forest. Yeah, it's not really a forest; it's more of a bush, I guess, or slight plant.
Whoa, rocks! Get out of my way! Oh, sneaky rock! Sneaky motherfucker! Coming behind me like that?
They'll get you.
Yes.
Yeah, they
sneaky
get
space rocks.
They prey on Australians.
Oh, when you're the only Australian in space for God knows how long, you got to do a thing or two.
It's true.
Live. Shit, guys.
I think someone once said that the game was like Australia in space. Everything is out to get you.
That's pretty much true. Until you have like space spiders and space snakes and space drop bears.
Yeah, space box jellyfish and.
Oh yeah, Irukandji. Ugh. Let me get started on those guys.
Dead.
Sneaky behind the. Okay, now we got to kick it into high gear because these rocks are kicking me into high gear. Ooh, so how do you get your fuel back?
So there's a couple ways. Every time you pass a checkpoint, you get a certain amount of fuel.
Right.
When you start at level, you get a full tank of fuel. And then every time you orbit a planet, it helps recharge your fuel.
Yeah. I told you I'd be swearing, and you guys were worried.
Well, I always like to ask, because you don't know, man. Like, sometimes they have their rating set pretty low, and you drop a couple F-bombs, and you get kicked off, It happens.
This isn't PBS, man.
We had our
Is that an
PBS
American thing? I just whipped that out. I have no idea what PBS is.
Yeah, we had PBS. They were the annoying jerks that had a telethon in the middle of Sesame Street every week.
Oh, those were the worst. Yeah.
Streaming is basically like having a telethon. I'm gonna put that out there right now.
But the annoying thing is that they sit there and they tell you, yeah, we don't have any ads, it's just supported by people. But then they bother you for like 17 minutes in the middle of a show you want to watch.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
an
like,
ad.
I'll take the ads. I just don't want to hear you want it.
Whoa. I just got teleported a bunch. You know what that reminded me of? What do they call it? The Super Mario levels where you can like you just hold forward and it does those musical note things. Where it like just jumps you through a heap of levels and stuff.
Yeah, totally. Somebody actually mentioned that some of those teleporter things are very much like Donkey Kong, which I liked.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like the barrels.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's another good oh my god. Please don't crash into a rock. Good.
That's pretty much the mantra of anybody that plays this game.
Please don't crash into a rock in a video game. I'm just letting it go, man. I'm just becoming one with the space rockets.
That's what you gotta do, man. You gotta hang loose.
Yeah. Just give her.
Just let it happen.
Kick it into high gear.
Yeah.
Oh, oh man. Nah, I didn't die. It's all good. Didn't die. Just made sound effects with my mouth for no reason.
Nice.
Alright, get into the green thing, go out the red thing, go in the purple thing, go!
Sounds like last Friday night.
Wait, what?
Exactly.
You know what? I actually really like the maps where you can just sort of like hold down the sprint button and then sort of tap it a little bit. Whoa, I'm a skeleton.
Adjust a little
Yeah,
here
just
and
like
there.
minor adjustments. Hey, I played it all. Finished it all. I'm a fucking skeleton now, just flying through space.
Oh, nice. Wow, you got that through a lot faster than I thought you would. So I think your goal now is to try and replay some of those levels, but with Mega Boost.
Alright.
Yeah, I think you have to play the speed boost like the gas planet ones, and don't dodge the gas planets.
Alright, let's see what my death total was. 13! Ah!
That's pretty good. Oh, you almost got it done.
But not good enough.
Damn. Alright, stats. Let's see if I can, like, get rid of my death total. Wait, what?
That was pretty good, though. I
He
gotta
was as
say
good
that's
as dead when I
pretty
came
impressive.
across
I haven't
him.
seen many people that
And
can
what he told me,
get
he
through
was
that whole
half dead
demo with
before
13
any of this
deaths.
even started.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hadn't seen a
Yep. So pressing the stats buttons actually just sends me into level 1.
sign of life in Jan.
That kind of shucks.
Yeah, that's strange.
Level 2. Alright, let's, I will only hold the A button down.
Yeah, you can play to like 4 to and up, but holding right
Everything's
trigger
gone
and
down.
A whenever you can.
This poor guy with nothing
gotta
to
Mega
live
Boost
for,
it.
He wasn't going
Mega
easy.
boost it?
Yeah, show people some speed
Hadn't
runs.
had a chance to live yet.
Check me out. I am speed.
Maybe we're more alike than I thought.
The guys are screaming in the. Oh, I went splooey. So you actually do die if you land in a planet, guys.
Yeah, that's right. If you're holding boost and you hit a planet, you're toast.
By the way, they are some tiny ass planets. Just saying.
Yeah, the scale it's not really to scale. It's based on gameplay and fun. It is in no way based on scale.
So, this is pretty much a behind-the-scenes sort of demo of the game. But when are you planning to sort of release something a little bit more public?
We're looking to release the game at the end of this summer. We're still working on finishing her off now, and then just a little bit of bug testing, and we should be good to go.
Yeah,
We
we
got,
just got it a couple weeks ago, and
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that? You got greenlit? Was it?
yeah, just about maybe 3 weeks ago or so now, maybe 4. But yeah, we got through green light, and like Chris said, we're just finishing up a few things, and we'll be good to go.
Sounds good. And
If you
said
drop
his
in
name
and
is
orbit one of
Harrison.
those planets once in a while, you can
He's
fill up your
hungry,
fuel meter as well.
and he
Get more
wants to
Mega
go
Boost
home.
back.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah,
You just want me to go real fast.
I do.
Yeah,
You don't want me to go fast.
fact.
Barbecue is life, he told me. There isn't a thing in this galaxy that doesn't taste better with grill marks on it. Ribs, coleslaw,
Talking about how
some
barbecue is
rhubarb
delicious.
crisp, and a scoop of vanilla.
Yeah, so the sun moments are kind of our like cinematic areas in the game. You'll go through one of those every solar system or so,
Yeah.
and it's kind of a break for a player. Let them kind of find out more about the story and the happenings and all that kind of
That's
stuff.
the only way
You sure you didn't want to do it through, like, you find, like, recordings out in space and then you, like, listen to them while you play the game? Like every other game in the planet?
Maybe.
DLC. Right now.
Nice.
There we go. Alright.
We actually
Activate
did have a
something.
plan for some distress calls that we want to do later on. But that's, yeah, kind of that kind of idea, but just that it would branch you off into different, like, one-time missions where you could go and try and, like, save somebody else who's in distress.
See?
Yeah, they were like side quests or extra bonus missions.
Yeah, so... See how it goes, but I'd like to do that at some point. Got some interesting ideas for ships in distress. That's weird.
What happened?
His effect like spawned on his feet. That was kind of strange.
Yeah, I was holding down the triggers and stuff when I entered the level, so...
Oh, okay. That's a good bug too.
Uh-huh.
I just want to go fast at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, I get
Let's
it.
go.
Nope, and now I'm getting fucking destroyed by rocks. I like how the rocks aren't always in the same position as well when they explode on you.
Yeah, they're slightly different in their orientation.
Oh yeah, now you're booking it to these levels. Nice.
Yeah. Who put a planet there, honestly?
Yeah.
It's nice too because as frustrating as it gets, you can always just like respawn instantly and get right back into it.
That's true. You don't get to hear the little funny quip the guy makes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can sit and like there's some deaths that are fun to just watch, like the skeleton death. You can kind of fly around with them after the fact and like listen to Probe make fun of you and whatnot. Or you can just like I said, just hit A and get right back into it.
That's one of the things we really wanted. We hate games that you gotta wait too long to restart again. We want people to just be able to hit the button, go again, and especially when you get frustrated or you die a lot, you don't want to be waiting around for stuff.
Aye.
Especially when there's a cutscene actually right before a really hard section. You
Oh, yeah,
die.
that's-
There's a checkpoint like before the cutscene.
I don't know why they just don't put the checkpoint after the cutscene. It makes sense.
Yeah, I don't
right?
get that either. And you have to listen to the same piece of dialogue like 1,000 times over.
Oh, it's the worst.
You know, speaking about like bad things video game designers do all the time, my personal pet peeve is like the ramp scale at the end of the game for difficulty.
It's like way too hard.
No, it's not so much hard, it's just like the entire game was not like this. Why is the ending like this? Like first
I
person
see.
shooters do
Oh,
it
I get you.
really,
Yeah.
really badly.
Dead.
But yeah, so first person shooters are the worst for it. They always do that gauntlet at the end of the game where they're like, hey, here's a heap of guns. You fucking shoot.
Oh, I
Yeah,
always
some
hate
lazy
that.
design.
Whenever you find like a plethora of guns and ammo in one of those games, you're
Yeah.
like,
Yep.
shit.
Yeah, I know
You
it's
know?
coming.
They wouldn't give this to me if I didn't have to use it. And it's
Yeah.
the same way that like when you start playing a game, like let's say you're
Yeah.
playing an FPS of some sort, and they march like some gigantic mech out in front of you in a cutscene. You're like, they really wouldn't have gone to the trouble of modeling that if I didn't have to kill it at some point.
Yeah.
Except for Gears of War, I guess, but yeah, that's always brutal.
Yeah, Dead Space was really
Yeah.
a guns thing.
Sorry, what was
You always
that?
got to an area in Dead Space and you all guns and ammo and you're like, okay, there's a boss fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The worst offender of this was Half-Life though, for sure.
Yeah.
And then Crysis 2 was also pretty bad at that. It's basically like kill room after kill room.
I didn't play that one. Actually, you know what? I did play it for about 5 minutes, and all I did was I ran to the ocean and like punched some turtles into the atmosphere. It's actually how we came up with the idea for this game.
Oh yeah, you're a turtle out in space, and you gotta go real fast because there's no friction in space. So
'Cause you got-
so as a turtle, you're just like, oh my god! I've never moved this fast in my life. Gotta get in that conga line of asteroids.
I
Wow.
guess I should have done something about that.
So when you run out of fuel for your Mega Boost, if you release the trigger, you'll actually regenerate a small amount of it.
Yeah, I noticed that before, but my fingers are glued to the controller.
If you want to try too, the shoulder buttons or your barrel roll as well.
Yeah, I was
it gets
mucking
you
around
killed
with
a lot
that
of times,
before.
but it's okay.
Yeah. In space, no one can hear you splat. I like how the blood stays there, by the way, too. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's a nice little memento of your death.
Memento. Here is your
It's like-
rotting corpse in space.
And over there, that's where I splattered into the mining machinery.
And over there is where my skeleton flew out of my body. It just kept going. Gotta go fast, but I gotta go slow in this area. What are you doing to me? Dodging like a boss. Oh, I found the secret.
Oh yeah, what's that?
You'll see. Do it. Crank it. That's not so good. Endless fuel.
That's good.
Ah! Who puts a rock there?
That looks awesome.
Machine gun.
You can't slow me down, rocks.
But you can crush my body and internal organs.
Only if I hit you, though.
I didn't know they could do that.
So we should say, I guess, the stuff you're seeing in the demo here, it's only like really a fraction of the game. You saw some of the teleporters and pulsars and like gas planets and stuff like that. But we do have a lot of other stuff. There's water planets and lasers and a few surprises too. So
how much research did you put into like how water reacts in space then if you have a water planet?
0.
Nice. That's, my space is the right space.
I think I watched some balloons getting shot by guns in slow motion.
And you're like, I'm gonna make a video game about that?
Yeah, I watched Chris Hadfield cry in space, and that was good enough.
Wow.
What do you think he was thinking about? Or did he just hurt himself?
He actually was just fake crying. He just poured water into his eyes.
No.
It was as if he cried all his tears in like an instant.
Yeah, that's how men cry, actually.
It's true, all at once, just bam.
Every purple planet is gonna be my aim.
Awesome. They speed you up quite a bit, so if you want a good time, you gotta hit those purple bad
You're
boys.
looking for a good time, call purple.
You gotta hit all of them.
Yeah, you gotta hit them good.
That's the real challenge. That's the real quiz.
Real quiz.
Nice. I'm liking this better. None of this dodge gas planet balderdash.
Yeah, who needs slow when you can go fast, am I right?
That's right.
Ah, I missed a planet! Oh, it doesn't matter, level complete. Oh wait, no it's not.
Oh yeah, watching some gas stuff now, that is good.
So disappointed I missed a planet. Yep. Not fast enough. It's actually faster to not spam it, but I think it's
No, they
faster.
could do that.
You get the camera shake, it feels good.
And then you can't see shit. It's like
Yeah, exactly. When we actually first put it in, we had a bug that if you just held it down, it would do that non-stop, and it looked like a huge machine gun firing off, and it was impossible to play, but it was kind of fun.
nice.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
So we're gonna see about putting that back in, obviously.
Obviously. We wouldn't have it any other
Yeah,
way.
maybe a little bit better in there, yeah.
Also, I really appreciate that you guys have those
Gotta have
little,
them.
like, particle level titles that you can dodge through.
That's going on.
Oh yeah. Everybody loves those things.
Yeah.
It's cool, you know?
Yeah.
If anything, you should have more particles.
Dead.
There's little clouds of them here and there that you can kind of push around, but they kind of blend in so well with the background you don't always necessarily notice them.
Make an entire level where I walk around in particles.
You got it.
Or, like it,
Done.
it can just be the end level or something like that. Man, these rocks are just like in the right place to like get hit by my head.
Believe me, they're more scared of you than you are of them.
Yeah, that's what they say about snakes too, but that's generally not the case. So. Damn it, Rock.
One day you and that rock will look back on this and laugh.
No, the Rock's dead to me.
When you're an old married couple.
What are you implying, sir? Are you saying that I have feelings for a rock?
Yeah.
We're not
I guess
judging.
so.
Good.
Space is lonely, alright? I call him Wilson. He got me good that time. He got me between a rock and a hard place.
Oh,
Good joke. Probably the best joke I'll ever make.
you
I
make
can
me
retire.
sick.
I'll just retire now, gentlemen. I'm done. My career in comedy has reached its peak. I'm not even in comedy, but you know that's a good starting point. It seems like just going super fast, you avoid a lot of those problems.
Yeah, but then you also
Yeah,
create a lot of
it is.
problems for yourself too. So
That's true.
it's a double-edged sword.
You guys gonna have
Yeah.
black holes? Oh, I'm already at this level.
We had some black holes a while back. Like we have those wormholes that you saw in some of the later levels, like portals where you pop in one side and out the other.
Yeah.
We had black holes initially that were like, well, like more like traditional black holes where you can orbit the gravity pool of them, but if you get too close, they suck you in and you die.
Sounds reasonable.
But yeah, they just didn't seem to be as fun. So right now we're not using them.
I can't do that little tiny turn. I'm going too fast, guys. Confirm. I need to slow down.
You're
Yeah,
never
you
going
gotta-
fast.
How fast?
Yeah, that is becoming the reddest part of this map. Yeah, it's impossible to go like super fast and hit that. Turn early!
It's kind of the cause answer to all of your legs problems in this game.
Exactly. You know what? I find one beer is like the magic recipe.
Oh yeah.
After one, you definitely peak at your abilities. You just kind of you go a little bit limp and just kind of flow through
get
it.
all loosey goosey.
Yeah, but one and a sip and you're screwed.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Maybe we should put a warning about that in the game.
Yeah,
Don't drink more
drinking
than one
orbit.
beer and find space.
One beer minimum.
Yeah. Yeah, 1 beer minimum.
Please
And
use
an ice.
headphones and drink 1 alcohol, please. That rock.
I'm loving that you refuse to slow down on that one section too. It's like
Hey,
you've
you
done
said
it
to me,
times.
you
It's
gotta
like,
go fast, and I'm like, alright, I'll go as fast as I can.
It's a good
Nice.
thing.
I like it.
Here's the thing.
Respectable. We like it, yeah.
If I don't get the... Yeah, see, if I don't do it like that, I can make it through. Oof, almost died there. But I didn't.
You're kind of turning this into a paint game.
Hey now, that was horrible. That was a terrible joke. Yeah, here we go. Go fast. I keep thinking those aren't. They're not. They're planets, right? They're not like. I can't just drive through them, right? Like. No. You're too purple. Stop being so purple, planet.
Generally, if it's got the rings around it, you can tell it's a planet, and otherwise it's probably gas.
All right. Finished it twice. How many lives have I taken away from myself? Let's take a look. Oh, now my vision's just like slowly moving upwards. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, I get that too.
All right,
Like the Tetris.
86.
Oh,
Nice.
much better.
Yep. That's what happens
We
when
wanted
you
to
go
have
fast.
a section where it like names every single one of them and just kind of scroll. Like if you ever played Cannon Fodder, at the end it shows you all the soldiers that you killed under your command, something
Oh,
like
no,
that.
I haven't. Like maybe where it shows you just smashing into a rock like 300 times over because you refuse to let go of A button and trigger at the same time.
Yeah, something like that.
I probably got 13 deaths in the first run, and then I got 80 in the rock hitting part. Like I just
Yeah, that sounds about right.
yeah.
Mega boost.
Like a boost.
All right. Well, I think that's pretty much it, gentlemen. Did you guys have anything you wanted to pimp about your game while we're here?
Just that we're looking to come out on Steam at the end of the summer, and keep an eye out for us. And if you want to tell your friends, we'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, tell your friends.
For this, it's so weird because I was
He
used
as
to
good as
like
dead when I
begging
came
for
across
green
him.
light votes, and now we're
What he
green lit.
told
So
me, he was happy
Yeah, it's
with
weird.
any of this
Now you don't have to do any of that shit anymore. It feels good.
yeah,
Nah.
if anybody voted for us, thanks very much for your votes. I guess.
Yeah, for sure. You guys can check us out at lostorbitgame.com. You can check out our company at pixelnauts.ca, and you can follow us at on Twitter at PixelNautsGames and at PixelNauts Chris. What's yours, Chris?
At Pixelnauts Chris. Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, check us out. Follow us for updates and stuff like that. We post on IndieDB as well all the time. We got a page up there, so we post updates and videos and all that. So if you got any questions for us, visit us on there or wherever you like.
Yeah, and we'll get back to you too. So if you have any questions, just post them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, small team. We answer everybody.
Oh man, my green screen's bugging out again. Anyways, thank you very much for joining us, gents. It's a pleasure having you here.
Oh, no problem.
We'll probably have to
Fine
have
thing.
you back on when you actually have a full release of your game, so we can see how deep the rabbit hole goes, as they say.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
All right, cool. Well, thank you very much. We'll chat to you later then.
Yeah, thanks very
sounds
much
good.
for having us on.
No worries, guys.
Yeah, and thanks everybody for watching too.
All right.
Cheers.
Take care. Cheers.
All right. So that was Chris and Alex, who make Lost Orbit. As I said, they have a lot of places where you can follow them and do all that fancy stuff. Whoa, what is that? I don't even know what that is. Music, am I right?